So, do you think there's anything that employers or universities could do differently to help people enter the industry?
I don't know. That's a good question, and yet difficult. So I've been always very independent.
Yeah,
So I always myself search for opportunities or things to do. And I would say if you doing whatever you do, take an ownership of what you do, even if it's studies. I think what I see often is that we trust maybe the institutions a bit too much, that they will do, and then we blame those institutions. Oh, they didn't teach me this and they didn't teach me that. I was like, okay, I mean, but they can't do this individual soul search for every single person. I mean, universities are to provide access to knowledge, right? That's how I always thought about it. There is libraries, there is a lot of professors. Um, yeah, I own it and then go and also ask for what you are not getting. That's a first step. Waiting for a big university reform, I mean, yes, we could talk about that forever on the political level, right? On
yeah.
then there is budgets level. Is it even feasible to um, make a reform to make it better? That's like a totally different question. But when you come from your individual life and your career, the best is to just own it and then leverage everything what you have access to. And once you will get that mindset, there is so much more at the universities that the courses they just give you. Often you can change, you can complain. I went on exchange program to Denmark for a whole year to study computer science. I completely didn't like it. And I changed it and I got an individual study. I didn't even have to take courses. It occurred that I could take a whole semester of points doing my individual study with a professor.
Oh,
I
well,
found an amazing advisor, and that's what I did. So I would say, ask, go, annoy people. A lot of people at the university, they actually would be happy to get that feedback and would be happy to find a programs. Maybe they have collaborations. Often when you're studying university, you don't even know of all the capabilities, that the
yeah.
universities have beyond offering you that course. You're so focused on trying to pass your math, or calculus, whatever is going on in the first year, but there's so much more, and attend those lectures. I mean, a lot of events take place at the universities, right? Conferences. And as a student, when you're there, you can attend them typically for free. I was going to them, like whatever was there. I was like, oh, nanomaterials, I'm gonna go and check that conference. And you meet people and you also explore your own interest. That's maybe like not really direct questions. I don't have a solution for reforming universities.
No, I totally agree. I've asked that question to every person that I've interviewed. I think this is interview number 12, I think, at this point. That's probably the most that question's been flipped. But I think it's a really important point, because like you mentioned, we could talk for an hour about how we could change things and what we would do to change it. But I don't think people can wait that long to do that. And I think, they have to take it into their own hands. There is a level of accountability that maybe some people are missing. The system as it is pretty flawed in my opinion. Um,
Yes, it is.
but but there's nothing that you can do about it on an individual basis at this
Well,
very
you
moment in
can.
time.
I
Yeah,
mean, you can do something, you
in
can
the long
interact
run,
with
yeah,
it, but
yeah,
you still have to move on and take care of yourself, so to say.
exactly, yeah. And I think to some extent this might be the wrong phrase, but maybe you just have to play the game a little bit. Um, you know,
It
uh,
depends. I mean, you
yeah,
can play the game, you can play against the game,
yeah,
I think as long as you explore, you will figure out your way. I mean, for some people, it's okay to, really play the game. For me, I didn't like it. This was very against, some of the things were against my values. Some, like I really didn't like how people were treated or stuff like that. So I was going really against it. Um, and yet again, I wouldn't blame it. Yes, I was unlucky with some of the situations, but I always found a way around it. So I search solutions also for myself in that particular place. And you can always find it. Might give you a setback, but in a long picture, I would say, I mean, what does that mean when you're 23 and it will take you half a year longer to finish your studies because you quit a course? I mean, when you focus there, you think like, oh, I need to finish my studies, but maybe it's okay to do it a bit differently. And, in 20 years, no one will care. I mean,
No, yeah, exactly. And you'll laugh about it when you look back as well. Okay. So I wanted to move on to the next question, Anna.
sure.
So do
I
you
can't promise I will answer directly.
oh, that's okay. The wackier the better for me. But so do you have any role models in the industry, or do you have any books that you would potentially recommend to people, or any resources that you recommend they take a look at?
um, I'm very spread in my way of learning. So as I said, when I decided to do entrepreneurship, I thought that there's so much I need to learn, and I would need to learn from so many different people. Then I assume that a lot of them will have something that I need to hear. So I went immediately to Starthaus Bremen. It's a place for startups here in Bremen locally, and I've been just absorbing. So for me, mentor is like not one individual. It's a
Yeah.
very collective way of going to place, asking a question, listening, um, of people with various backgrounds and very different positions. Typically, they can just teach you something, tell you something. So I try to do that. On a books level, I do think that the most important path I took with books was maybe now 10 years ago when I read a first book with about marshmallow test. I don't know if you know it. It was an experiment done in Stanford University for kids that will like delay the gratification of taking the sweet thing
Oh,
for
right.
a
Yes.
promise of a sweet more later on.
Yeah.
And I came across that book actually accidentally, just being in a library doing my thesis. And I picked it up, I read it, and it started a whole journey of like the work on the emotional intelligence. And I've been reading so many books since then. Like there is Brené Brown, sorry, and then she has many books also on leadership, but they all on this social and the emotional intelligence. I find them very important on a personal level, on actually how to interact with people, how to bring yourself there, how to not compare yourself, and stuff like this. That was, yeah, I guess my big mentors are the books I read, and then I try to diversify them. So
Yeah.
it's not only one a person that I rely on, but just also be critical. Like there is, everyone brings something, but you don't have to take a whole package. So I'm very selective. So if someone tells me this and this is really good, but this I don't discard this smartness just because they don't know something here.
Yeah.
And that is very powerful because you can learn them from everyone.
Yeah, and you can, like you mentioned, you can pick and choose the advice that these might be good, but it might not be good for your current situation. So
Yeah,
you can drop that for now and pick something that's more applicable.
yeah.
Yeah. Um, I have sensed a theme here, Anna, that you are a master networker, if that's a good phrase for maybe you can add that on LinkedIn as well. But
Master network.
yeah. But
I'm definitely a people person. I love
yeah,
interacting with people.
and
So
that's important. I think, in my opinion, well, it isn't
I
my
like
job
get
anyway.
to
But
know to people, and I just naturally enjoy that.
yeah, cool. So you'll be glad to know that we're moving on to the final question.
Ooh, big drum
Uh,
roll.
yeah, and so it's pretty general, so you can answer this however you like. You can interpret it however you like. Is there anything that you've seen? Yeah, no change there. But is there anything that you've seen recently in maybe quantum technologies or just in tech in general that really excites you?
It excites me like everything. I don't know. It's hard to know. I like the fact that uh like there are those buzzwords, like some people say like, oh, you should not put in one sentence AI, quantum, blockchain, and so on. And I was like, why not? Isn't that like the most exciting part, that those technologies really now intertwined, that they ain't no sci-fi, that they have so many applications, that they do enable each other, and hence I love it. It's exhausting for a brain to catch up. I mean,
Yeah,
that's what I also love about what we do at Quantum Security Defense, that we have webinars every week and we invite specialists because I can just learn from them. It's like it's the best, and that's what you need to do nowadays. You need to constantly learn, and yeah, having my own platform that basically people come to me to do that. It's perfect. But yeah, I'm excited about it. I'm really excited to see the next level of connectivity, with 6Gs and all the devices, all the sensors, how they're going to be mapping brain. I am so much into tech. I love it. I'm like excited about all of it. And space also. Like, I want to see how we're actually going to have the station on the moon. I don't know. It'd be so cool.
yeah. Do you know, I spend probably too much time on LinkedIn. There's quite a lot of negativity about some of the tech that's going on at the moment, and or maybe a lack of excitement. And I just think, how can you not be excited? It's the first time in a long time it's really difficult to predict what's going to happen next year, what it's going to look like in 3 years. No, who knows? And
Yeah.
that might be a bad thing, but it's definitely exciting at least.
You can't control it, you know? I mean,
No,
sometimes
you've
we
got to
want to
love the chaos
control
a
it.
little bit. Yeah,
So as people, we want to control it. We want to know, like this, as you say, predicting.
yeah,
And like, well, but you can also just enjoy the ride. I mean, it's pretty cool. Like, who would have thought, like how we were surprised by the natural language models, right? They
yeah,
just came, and well, we were waiting for AI forever, right? And suddenly came a product that is all over the place, and it's like buzzing, and I'm waiting for the next like shakes. Like, I love it.
yeah. It's I, that's my opinion. How can you not be excited about this? So yeah, let's
I want
just
to be
let's just ride the
surprised,
wave.
I want
Yeah,
to be surprised. I want to be like, wow, I didn't thought it's coming this year.
yeah. And
So
I think
cool.
everybody should be excited. I don't know why, but yeah. Um, Yeah, okay. Anna, I want to say thank you very much for joining me today. I hope everyone enjoyed that as much as I did, because I was beaming through that. Thank you very much. And yeah,
Thank you, Matthew,
thank you
for
to everyone
having
at
me.
home. Yeah, we'll see you in the next one.